Hey guys, welcome to the channel. In this video, we are going to explore AWS Elastic Beanstalk, and this will be for absolute beginners. So in order to use Elastic Beanstalk, we need to go to search bar and then search Elastic Beanstalk. And let's just click on that. And as you can see, Amazon Elastic Beanstalk, it's an end-to-end web application management. So in order to use Elastic Beanstalk, we need to create application. So let's click on that. And here, as you can see, there is an environment tier. So Amazon Elastic Beanstalk has two types of environment tiers to support different types of web applications, which the first one is web server environment. It's used to run a website, web applications, or web API that serves HTTP requests. And we have a worker environment, which run a worker application that processes long-running workloads on demand or perform tasks on a schedule. So as an example of this video, we want to use web server environment. Next, we need to choose application name. Let's say my application. If you want, you can provide tags for this application. I just want to leave it as a default. Next, we have environment information. So we have environment name. As you can see, it automatically gave us in my application env, but you can change that based on your choices. So next, we have a domain. It will automatically give us domain. So you can leave it as it is. And next, we have a platform. It's a managed platform. So we want to select the platform. Here we have several options. We have Docker, Go, Java, Node.js, PHP, Python, Ruby, and Tomcat. So we want to use Python, and we want to use the default platform branch and version. And for the application code, we want to use sample application, but make sure you can also upload your code. So we have some presets. As you can see, the configuration presets, single instance, which is free tier eligible, single instance using spot instance, high availability, and high availability using spot and on-demand instances, and finally custom configuration. So we want to stick with free tier eligible, and let's click on next. Next, we have a service access. So we need to provide a service role. So we can either select create and use a new service role, or we can use an existing service role. So if I select the EC2 instance profile, you can see we have only one EC2 read-only access role. It was used for another service, but we want to create a new role. So for that, I want to go IAM in a new tab. And here we want to go to roles and create a new role. It's AWS service. And for the use case, we want to use EC2. And let's click on next. And here we need to choose appropriate permissions. So we want to search Beanstalk. And here we need to select three roles. So first we need AWS Elastic Beanstalk Web tier. Next we need AWS Elastic Beanstalk Worker tier. And finally we need AWS Elastic Beanstalk Multi-Container Docker. So let's choose these three roles and click on next. So next we need to provide the role name. Let's say AWS Elastic Beanstalk role, or let's say EC2 role, and click on create a role. So we have successfully created a role. Now we can go back and refresh this EC2 instance profile, and as you can see, it will automatically attach EC2 Elastic Beanstalk EC2 role. And let's just continue. Click on next. And next we need to provide the third step, which is networking, database, and tags. And we have step 4, which configure instance traffic and scaling. And we have final step 5, which configure updates, monitoring, and login. So we want to just skip all these three steps. We just want to make it as simple. So let's just skip to review. And after we review, we can basically click on submit. And this will create our application. As you can see, my application dev is now launching. So if you go to the events, you see that there is 2 events going on here. So it's now creating an environment, saying the environment is starting using Elastic Beanstalk in the specific region, and as Amazon S3 storage bucket for environments data. So if you keep refresh that, you will see more events. As you can see, it's now adding. So now we want to go to CloudFormation. Let's just type CloudFormation. So when you create Elastic Beanstalk environment, the application, you will see that there is automatically created stack using the AWS Elastic Beanstalk. As you can see, if you go to this stack, you can see the more events. If you go to the events, you see that it's now create in progress. So if you go to the template, you can see this is a template that was created using Elastic Beanstalk. And if you click on web view in a designer, you will see what's going on here. So let's just zoom it here a bit to see that. Yeah, here as you can see, this is what is going on here. You can see the more details. I just want to skip that now. So we don't need that. Let's just leave it. So if we go back and then if we go to events and keep refreshing that, you will see more details. And now we want to go to EC2. Let's open EC2 in a new tab. And if you go to instances, as you can see, we have one instance, my application. And as you can see, the instance state shows us running. And the instance type is t3.micro. So you will get more information. And so now we want to go to again to the Elastic Beanstalk, and here you can explore more options. So we have applications, my application. So if you go to my application, and if you go to click on my application, you can see the health is shows okay. That means it's good. There's no any errors or problems. So here in the next, you can see the domain. So if we click on my application domain, you see that the congratulations, your AWS Elastic Beanstalk Python application is now running on your own dedicated environment in the AWS cloud. So that's all about it. This was the demo of how you can create Elastic Beanstalk. This was a quick demo for absolute beginners. I hope you found this video helpful. And if you have any questions, please feel free to comment in the comment section, and I will see you in the next lectures.